Howdy folks, Dan Rubino here with Windows Phone Central, and I have a new Windows Phone 8 lens app for you guys called ReadyClick. It just hit the store and goes for $1.99 with a free, fully functional trial, of which I highly recommend you give it a go. Let's launch the app here, and what it's actually doing, it's actually in camera mode right now. It's kind of hard to see because of obviously how I'm shooting this, but you can see the camera is basically on. And you have here at the bottom three selections. One is click, it'll just take the photo. Next to it is a timer, of which it's set to 10 seconds, but you can actually change that in settings. But the third option is really the coolest. It is voice activation. And so what you do is you tap it.
Now listening.
And you can set up your photo.
I did not understand that. Please try again.
Ready, click.
Ready. 3, 2, 1. Say cheese.
And there it goes, it took the photo. So that is basically how that works. So as you can probably imagine, this has a lot of useful functionality to it, right? So you can even switch the cameras around down over there, so you can do self-portraits where you just tell it to voice activate, but you can mount the phone onto a tripod if you do that, and you can do group shots and get yourself in there, and everybody just has to be kind of quiet for a second, and then someone just basically says ready click, and then it'll count down and do the photo. So it is kind of cool. It is not perfect right now. For instance, flash is on, but I can't get the flash to work, so that's something that needs to be addressed. So right now, at least on the 920, the flash isn't working. And of course you can switch cameras. You can tap that button. It'll actually take two photos, which is kind of neat. At first it'll do like a regular photo, and then it'll go, let's do another one, and then it counts down again. It takes a second shot, which is actually pretty useful. You also have some overlays you can do here on the screen. There's your rule of thirds. This is kind of cool for placing people into the shot, and vice versa for the other side. So those are those options right there. You can also go into settings, and there are actually quite a few here. There's start listening. That's when the shutter button is pressed, so you can actually just hit the shutter button and it'll set the voice activation, or you can have it take the picture, do the 3-second, start the timer, that kind of thing. So you actually have quite a few options. When speech is not understood, you've heard that before. I could have had it just take the photo anyway, or it could have done the 3-second countdown, or it could have started the timer. After shutter release, take 2 photos, 1 photo, so you can actually choose that. That's what I showed you before. Here's your timer length, so you can do 5, 10, 15, or 20 seconds. And even how it says say cheese, you can have it say something or not, or you can even type in what you want it to say, which I'm sure could be a lot of fun for parties. And then you have the audible click on shutter release. And that too is not working. At least on the 920, so I don't get an audible click, although that may be into the actual system settings. I may have to enable that. Show place me here text, display status message. So it has quite a few options, and I gotta tell you, it's pretty cool to be able to do voice command. And of course you can, oh, I did the shutter thing, but if you just go into the camera app itself, and then you hit the little lenses button, you can kind of see there's ready click right there, so it shows up into the lenses, of which, so you have a few. By the way, Time Lapse Pro also has a lens now, which is kind of nice. So there you go, that is ReadyClick voice activated timer. And I just turned my music on. Voice activated timer for Windows Phone 8.